If you knew morning wood, then you know why I feel blue. Without morning, my morning wood. Oh, well, I love you, yes, I love you, morning wood. Morning wood, morning wood. Oh, how my heart yearns for you. Oh, morning, my morning wood. Oh, well, I love you, yes, I love you, morning wood. Morning wood, morning wood. Pretty, 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 pretty morning wood. Oh, morning, my morning wood. Oh, well, I love you and I need you, morning wood. I love you, morning wood.
Rise and shine. Happy Devil's Friday. This is the Morning Woo, coming to you live from the Primetime Radio Studios inside the bunker in an undisclosed location in beautiful New Jersey. Streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, X Live, Twitch, and now on Instagram Live at Let's Go Devils Podcast on the Let's Go Devils Network. As the New Jersey Devils are the NHL's first 10-win team, 6-0-0 at home at the Prudential Center, also known as The Rock. Undefeated at home, as Prudential Center is the most intimidating arena in the entire National Hockey League. Happy Devil's Friday to you all. Rolled out of bed happy. Glad to do this morning woo from the confines of the bunker. Many comments right now in the morning woo chat room. Home cooking, baby. Home cooking. 6-0-0. Defeating the Montreal Canadiens in overtime, 4-3. Coming back from behind, down 3-2. Give me fuel, give me fire, give me Timo Meier. The Rock was rocking after he scored that equalizer. And the Brat Man, Jesper Bratt, strikes again in overtime for the game winner. All of you went home happy last night after the game. American Whiskey, the party was still going on. I didn't get home till like 1:30 a.m. in the morning. The party was just going on, and you just didn't want it to stop. First to 10 wins. First to 10 wins, baby. And the Devils have the Pittsburgh Penguins on Saturday. In about, 28 hours from now. And the Penguins, they're winning. And Crosby, Malkin, and the rest of the gang, who we've been booing for the last nearly 20 years and 2 decades, they have had a resurrection. It's the battle of the Metropolitan Division. And I told you, beware of the Penguins in preseason. Let me repeat that. Beware of the Penguins. They are a pretty sneaky team, not to be taken lightly. But Sheldon Keefe took these 3 days that they were off and started holding players accountable. Couple changes made. But there was a tweet, and I think there was an article about Brendan Dillon saying that, I think it was Brendan Dillon, saying that they went over film, and he wasn't happy. The Devils head coach, pointing out all their mistakes. Much better effort last night. Cody Glass coming back. You have to admit, Cody Glass, he's one of those players that, you don't think about. But man, is he great on the bottom six. Adding a goal on his first shot back. Getting the Devils going, a 1-0 lead. Tom says Nemec played great last night. And how about Palat? The Palat jersey is going to be made. I'm sending it out today. Can you believe that? You can't even make this stuff up. I'm getting a haircut today, but along the way, I'm going to drop off that Palat jersey. My plan was to take that jersey and have it shipped out from the UPS store. I was going to take a picture and send it on social media so everything's timestamped before you get these conspiracy theorists, Devils fans that, whoa, you're just making that up. But you can't make this stuff up. I've been saying all week, I'm going to send out the jersey on Friday. Devils last played on Sunday. I think Palat heard the threat. He wants to be here. He rewarded us Devils fans with a goal. He's got 2 points on the season now. 1 goal and 1 assist. Threats work, my friend. That's what happens when you hold the players accountable. Accountability. It's a wonderful thing. Don't take it personally, but accountability. And the Devils, they cashed in with 2 points last night. They're leading the Eastern Conference with 20 points total. In my mind, they should have got 21 points. In my mind. But I can't do math. Little inside joke from yesterday's podcast. Oh my goodness, happy Devils Friday. I'll need to see that UPS receipt on Saturday, sir. What? I'm getting audited to see if I'm really going to send that jersey out? Fine. I'll do even better. I'll even post the receipt online. I'll post the receipt online that I sent it. And I sent it. And then the countdown begins. It takes 4 to 6 weeks to get this thing stitched. And it comes back. By that time, we're probably around Christmas time. Maybe you'll get a Christmas gift. I don't know. Steve Tartas, great meeting you yesterday. Sam, supporting New Jersey Clipper community, trickle-down effects must be the Dogecoin money. Remember during the pandemic, I was encouraging buy Doge, buy Doge, and there was one fan that actually did. And I think it went from like 9 cents to like 70 cents, and I actually got a DM saying that it's not life-changing, but thank you for the financial advice. Those were the days. We've come a long way from those days when we were the lovable losers of the NHL. Lots of comments. Keep them coming. But the Devils, look, Dougie Hamilton, we'll find out more today. That's more of a serious thing. I think Ryan Novozinski pointed out where he may have found where he got hurt. The sequence, it's on X. I'll try to repost that for you on my X account at Primetime Sam Wu. Oh, now, oh my goodness, says that could be AI. Need to see the real thing. LOL. Very funny. Well, I don't blame him because the morning woo, it's really, everything is generated by AI, with the logo, the music. But me, Sam Wu, no, I'm not AI. Nope. There's nothing intelligent about me. All right, let's see here. AJ Visco, happy Devil's Friday to you. I think Palat's going to get cooking. That look on the face after he scored was a weight lifted off. Does it have to take me sending that jersey out with his name on it to get him cooking? Look, I'm holding him accountable. Hopefully days for Dougie, but not weeks, says Wimpy. Dubzilla, LGD. Great start for the homestand. They need these games, Sam. The boys need to keep the effort up. Look, 2 points is 2 points. Keep on rolling. But man, it's going to be a freaking awesome game on Saturday when the Devils take on the Pittsburgh Penguins. Sidney Crosby, Malkin. I mean, these guys have been playing together since 2006. And I mean, I remember Crosby's first NHL game. Thank you for the super chat, Wimpy. That should help pay for the P on the Palat jersey. Thank you. Always collecting super chats in the YouTube live. Love you guys. Maria, happy Devil's Friday to you. Awesome we didn't come away with the loser point. Oh, yeah. That could have happened. But the fact that Timo Meier was on fire and fired that puppy home into the net, you felt the momentum just swing right there. Devils didn't panic when they were extra man, empty net. Woo, that felt good. Welcome Instagram Live. Dropkick, Nico. Wow, we have a lot of people filing in this morning. Yesterday, we had hardly anybody. Why? Is it because the Devils are the first double-digit 10-win team in the NHL? And they beat one of the top teams in the NHL, the Montreal Canadiens? That's fine. That's fine because the morning woo is going to be extended morning woo because why? I'm happy right now. As you're driving to work all happy, you're probably like, woohoo, handstanding two on the wheel, being safe out there, watching these crazy drivers on Route 80, 78, 287, Garden State Parkway, Turnpike. But my Devils, 20 points, 10 wins, and they're rising. They're rising. This home streak is a dream come true. Remember there was a period of time where the Devils would win on the road? They'd be the road warriors and lose every freaking game at home. And you're like, I might as well get away team tickets to see the Devils win. Tom says going full woo this morning. Yeah, absolutely. You don't need a highly caffeinated beverage to get through this morning. No, sir. Nope. Winning solves everything, doesn't it? Winning. But goals from Glass, Palat, Meier, and then Bratt makes you feel pretty good. It makes you feel awesome, to be honest with you. Oh, it must suck to be a New York Rangers fan right now. For the last couple of years, the Devils didn't make the playoffs. They were in the Eastern Conference Finals. But you know what the Rangers did? They had a plan for the future. In the midst of their rebuild, they just blew it up and tried to win now. And they fell short. And now They traded a lot of their core players, like Trouba, Christopher James Kreider, who has more goals than the Rangers at home at Madison Square Garden, that dump. When are they going to destroy and take the wrecking ball to Madison Square Garden, which is supposed to be the greatest train station on earth? Is that going to happen? Please, please, please. Don't want to bring in politics in it, but these politicians need to do it. I'd be the first one there to watch. In my Devils jersey. How sick is that? Pod Legend 76. Since I'm home and I'm one awake, I'm casting the Morning Woo on the big TV like a morning show. It's kind of like the big screen at American Whiskey. We may be upstairs in the attic at American Whiskey tomorrow because the weather is about 80 to 90% rain. As much as I want to be on the big stage, don't want to risk it. So we might be in the attic, third floor. Just take the elevator up. If the person that's not there with the key fob, you can still walk up the stairs. We'll have Game Day Live. And then after the game, we'll move down to the bar for Devils After Dark. NY Davey, Sam, Rangers only 6 points back. LOL, LOL, LOL. Heck yeah. We're sitting on the top, baby. Looking down at the Metropolitan Division. Looking down at Carolina. Looking down at Pittsburgh. Looking down at the BJs. Looking down at the Flyers. Looking down at the Washington Capitals. Speaking of which, the Washington Capitals. Alexander Ovechkin getting 900 goals. Career founding the 900 goal club. He should be at 1,000, to be honest. With all the freaking CBA work stoppages he had to endure. His first season that was lost as a rookie. Because they had no... can you imagine how many goals Alexander Ovechkin could have had they just did not fight over money and all those lost games? I think he lost probably what would equate to maybe like at least a season and a half. Holy moly. Tom says rain's supposed to end early around, I think it looks like 8 a.m. I can't read with these freaking glasses. Can you believe that? Let's see here. Rags can't draft right when they can't poach free agents. They're wonderfully screwed. Oh, yeah. But anyway, let me get back to the Washington Capitals. So, on Game Day Live, Danielle McCartney, WFAN. You know, WFAN, 6CC Sports. Hey, it's Joe Benigno, 6CC Sports. Devils, they have no fans. They're a disaster. They have no fans. The 94 Rangers. We had a big parade. They had a parade in the parking lot. You know, that WFAN, 660 Sports, the flagship of all sports radio talk in the entire country. The number one radio station Danielle McCartan's on. So we have a friend inside WFAN. We have a few friends inside WFAN. But Danielle is one of those friends that happens to be an on-air personality on the weekends. She's a full-time teacher. And when she's not teaching, she's coaching. And when she's not coaching, she's on air. Especially in the summertime. So, we talked about this on Game Day Live. About no hockey coverage in general, no Devils talk at WFAN, and then I referred to all the, trashing of the Devils from everybody on WFAN. Even when the Devils were on WFAN on the radio years ago, they were trashing the Devils. It's like, oh, yeah, it's, Matt and Chico on WFAN, 660 AM. It was a 101.9 FM. Then play the game, and then afterwards they just trashed it. Like, who cares about the Devils? But they're on your network. Danielle suggested, well, November 15th through November 16th, meaning she has an overnight shift. She'll be on air. I'll find out the exact times. She'll be on air. And she'll talk about Devils hockey. But the problem is, in the past, she tried to talk to her bosses about it, and they all say the same thing. The Devils, there's no interest. The Devils have no fans. And as a lifelong Devils fan, and Wimpy would know because we listen to WFAN in New York, this cannot be more. This is the greatest opportunity of a lifetime. Do you realize this podcast has an inside job going on? An insider inside WFAN that's willing to talk about Devils hockey? I'm calling for a filibuster that night after the Devils play the Capitals, and please beat the Capitals that night. Filibuster. We are going to monopolize 4 hours of airtime on a Saturday night, Sunday morning of Devils hockey. We got to flood the phone lines. I've never thought we'd be able to do this. The last time the phone lines were flooded with Devils fans that I remember was after they won the 2003 Stanley Cup. And the next day, and really, it's a bunch of New York guys saying, hey, we don't really follow hockey. We admit that, but it's pretty impressive that the Devils won 3 Stanley Cups in 9 years, and we gotta give recognition to that. But they got no fans. That's what it was like. But Devils fans were calling in, and then there were Ranger fans saying, I went to Game 2, Stanley Cup Finals 2001. I just went to the box office and just picked up 2 tickets, face value. Like, they're not selling, which is completely not true because anybody that went to the Stanley Cup Finals back at Continental Airlines Arena, and I know Wimpy can attest to this, and anybody that went, no, there was a line for tickets and there was a lottery system and you had a bracelet and people were waiting for a day in line for that lottery chance to get tickets. That is completely untrue. And we have to set the record straight. But November 15th, after Devils After Dark, and we'll mention it, we're going to flood the phone lines at WFAN and talk Devils hockey the entire time. And I think we might have to do some giveaways here on the Let's Go Devils podcast to encourage you folks. And I'm going to be listening on the Odyssey app, WFAN. I'm going to be listening, and I want to hear, I would love to hear Wimpy go on talking to WFAN, to Danielle McCartan about Devils hockey. Or you, AJ Visco, are you going to be calling in? That'd be great. And the point of this, we want this team to have better coverage. We're starting to get it on the digital with NJ.com, Rhino Vizinski coming back. You got James Nichols, New Jersey Hockey Now. Robert Aiken, good friend of the podcast as well, NorthJersey.com, getting it back. I mean, NorthJersey.com was out for a couple of years, but they got it back with the hard worker Robert Aiken Jr., and then you've got Christy Flannery doing the hockey news. But it seems like a lot of folks are on the bandwagon. Just remember the Let's Go Devils podcast was there when there was no Devils hockey for 10 months, and we somehow were doing podcasts every week. Talking all about a bunch of nothing, but we were talking. even when the team was bad. Scotty can call from California. Yeah, I can hear it. Hey, this is Scotty from Beverly Hills. Steve Engel, Palat and Nason aren't the answer next to Jack and Brad for a serious team trying to make a run in the spring. Look, we talked about this in preseason. I kind of said it online, and Chico Resch and I had this, so we're going to have this continuing conversation. We felt that the Devils were one player away on the top six, with Jack Hughes specifically on his line. They're one player away of really blowing this thing wide open. Who could that player be? Could it be Jordan Kyrou, who is sitting out? Could it be... Well, we talked about Brady Tkachuk, but that's just simply not going to happen. But could it? Who could that player be? Jason Robertson from Dallas? It's going to be an impact player. Who is that impact player? Right now, I'm worried about the defense being decimated, but who's going to be that impact player? Play next to Jack Hughes, where Jack Hughes is going to just absolutely rip it up and make more than 110 points a year. I can't believe we're talking about that because not one Devil has made 100 points in one season. Webby says, I want more grit than Kyrou. That's why that Brady Tkachuk would be big, but I think he wants to be a center. Would Jack be willing to move out and wing? Probably not. Probably not. N.Y. Davies saying Gritzik can be the left wing for Jack and Jesper. Could it come with it within? Who could that be? Tom says, we are 10-4. 10-4 out the door. Got a little trucker lingo there. We are 10-4 and missing downtown Connor Brown and Danilov. It's the only reason those guys are up there. But Danilov, even we were saying during preseason, is he that 36-year-old impact player? I'm talking a player that's about to hit their prime. I'm not talking about an old veteran. I'm talking about a player that's about to hit their prime, that if they were traded to the New Jersey Devils and was put on the line with Jack Hughes and Jesper Bratt, would have such a huge impact. Because you think about it. Think of if everybody's healthy by playoffs. Say if you get that impact player. Line one, Hughes, Bratt, and that mystery player that we're trying to figure out who Tom Fitzgerald is going to trade for by deadline. Then you have the second line of Heischer, Meyer, and let's just say Dawson Mercer. I know the lines are being jumbled. That top six is elite. Bottom six, Cody Glass is starting to prove his worth. We got a taste of it last night after being out. Downtown Connor Brown has been wonderful when he comes back. And hopefully he comes back sooner rather than later. Is impactful on that third line. Will Palat still be around? Probably not. Or maybe he will be. Around the fourth line, with Glendening, Cotter, whoever's on that fourth line. But one impact player away, really transforming the four lines of the New Jersey Devils offense, their forwards. Defensively, it's a mess right now. There's so many injuries. Brett Pesce, that picture's out there, his hand in a cast. That doesn't look good. But at the same time, I'm sure he's going to recover. It's just going to take time. And let Brett Pesce recover. And when he comes back, he'll be fresh. And he wouldn't have to endure a total grind of an 82-game season. He'll be fresh when he comes back. But who was going to fill in? Tom says, we aren't getting Brady. We need someone who can win face-offs. Owen Tippett would be sick. Not happening. Yeah, well, we're going to periodically ask during the season. That's what Chico wanted. To talk about that. To talk about who may be the impact player for the New Jersey Devils. Pod Legend 76 says, I just looked and there's no schedule on the app or website outside of the main WFAN shows, so someone needs to find out what time Danielle goes live. I will find out. I'll ask Danielle. This is going to be, I'm not going to hit you on November 15th. Hey, this is what we're going to do. No, I am going to drill it in your head that we are going to do a phone telethon filibuster of WFAN airtime talking Devils hockey. That's right. We are going to talk Devils hockey on WFAN for 4 straight hours. I'm assuming her shift is 4 hours. Could be 5. Could be 2. I don't know. All I know is she's working the overnights. And we're going to plan this out because I'll stay to 2 a.m. to be calling. So, you know how like, it's kind of like an army. Like, where are the reinforcements at 2 a.m.? Nope. If you got a phone and you're a New Jersey Devils fan and you're sick and tired of this crappy coverage, get on the phone and keep dialing. It's kind of like the Wolf of Wall Street, you know. If you're sick of New York sports media crapping on your New Jersey Devils, get on the phone and keep dialing. You want your New Jersey Devils to be heard? That there are real Devils fans out there and tired of getting crapped on by other people in the media? Get on the phone and keep dialing. Sam, you need to make a graphic for the lower third on the Morning Woo so we all know. Great idea, Pod Legend 76. And I'm going to tell you every day that on November 15th, after Devils After Dark, we'll have to coordinate because she's on during Devils After Dark. I'll be shifting. When Scotty does his monologue, I'm going to be double shifting and listening to WFAN and giving you updates on these calls. I'll record the whole thing because we are going to give prizes out to those that have great phone calls on WFAN. Now, I don't want these to be the prank calls where you're like, hey, I'm Robert from Englewood and Rangers suck, and then hang up. I'm not talking about that. We want to keep it classy, folks. We want to kill them with kindness, but we're simply filibustering about Devils hockey. Filibuster. That's the word we're going to use. Filibuster. We're going to talk Devils hockey. I'm going to drag it as long as possible. I mean, like, Danielle's going to be like, all right, Sam from the bunker in New Jersey, in the undisclosed location in New Jersey. Hey, Danielle, first-time listener, long-time caller. I want to talk about the Devils, and you got to kind of, like, drag it. Because I used to do sports talk radio, so I know all this stuff. Screening sucks, but that's why you got to keep it cool, because you don't want to spoil for everybody. And the great thing is, if we filibuster and we jam up the phone lines, guess what? The Ranger fans that are freaking and Islander fans, they're going to be so mad, they're going to be dialing, and this is all they're going to hear. Burp, burp, busy signals. So this is going to be one of the greatest telethons that we'll ever have. And I think you guys have great ideas. Great ideas. I'm going to make a lower third. Going to find out the number for WFAN. We're going to plan this. It is... Yeah, Devils After Dark could get pretty interesting. Maybe we'll do a live podcast as we're kind of listening in, but we can't rebroadcast that. That wouldn't be good. But maybe we could do some live updates. Maybe we'll have a private chat room. I don't know how we're going to organize it because I've never done this before. But if you're a Devils fan and you're sick and tired of getting crapped on by sports talk radio in New York, get on the phone and keep dialing. And that's my message to you. Crossover with Devils After Dark. Can't bash our attendance anymore. They'll call us for having under 17,000 seats. Can't win, LOL. Yeah, but you know what? I have to do some more research what's going on with Madison Square Garden being torn down with the wrecking ball. Could happen. Could happen. I mean, there's been a movement on that. Let's see here. Any more comments? Wow, we got a lot of people on. Let's go to Instagram Live. Ogier Annalise. Good morning, Mr. Wu. This team is amazing. Boo. LOL. Devils forever. Michael Hay. Home cooking has a new meaning for the Rags. Heck yeah. You want to talk about home cooking? Devils are 6-0-0. Devils are 6-0-0. The Rangers suck. I don't know what their record is, but they can't score at home. Let's see what else here. Yeah, we got a lot of people listening on the YouTube Live. You can call me Anna. Okay, sorry. Sorry, Anna. Happy Devil's Friday to you. We're so happy here. This is extended morning woo. As you know, I rolled out of bed. I got home at 1:30 a.m., woke up at 6:30. I was like, oh, crap, I got to do a podcast. I can't let these folks down. But notice I got up. I didn't need a highly caffeinated drink. I'm fired up. I'm fired up for Devils hockey. Look, if you look at other sports, the Giants suck. Jets suck too. They suck. Heck, they're all getting out of the area. They're trading all their best players. The Mets, Yankees, Mets especially disappointing. Yankees, according to their standards, disappointing because they didn't make it a World Series and winning. Knicks and Nets, I don't care about basketball at the moment, but hockey, thank God for the New Jersey Devils. Let me say that again. Thank God for the New Jersey Devils. I mean, you got to look at it from my standpoint. My Penn State Nittany Lions, were expected to win the national championship, and they can't even win a game. Oh, the fire. If there's a year, hey, Brian Konkowski, if you're listening out there, if there's a year Rutgers football is going to beat Penn State football, it's this year, and it's going to be at Rutgers. And originally I was going to go to that game and just tear it up. But now I am hiding in the bunker. Amen, says Anna. First team to 10 wins. What's going on? Woo! Instagram Live starting to chirp. Anybody chirping in the YouTube Live? The Jets have a home win? Question mark. Says Wimpy. I don't know. Morning Woo in OT. Let's go. Let's go. Thank God for Timo and Bratman. Or are we singing a different tune this AM? I don't know. I'm fired up. I'm going to go on X. Now, I don't know how to read comments on X. Let's see here. But I'm going to figure that out. I'm going to also figure out how to consolidate all these chat rooms because it's a little tough. But, there's a live chat. Hold on. I'll say something in the live chat. Hello. Yeah, I just said something in the live chat. Anyway, let's see how this works on X. If you're listening on X, start chirping. Keep the hits clean. Facebook Live. Let's go to Facebook Live. We love our listeners on the Facebook Live. See, it's tough to be a podcast producer, host, and watching all these. I get a lot of DMs too. Sorry if I don't reply right away. It's just I get a lot of DMs, and but I do respond eventually. Sometimes it takes 2 years for me to respond, but kind of a busy guy. All right, let's see. One comment. Michael, hey, yes, the Devils are full of electricity. That's right. That's right. As is an extended morning woo. I bet you the listeners that listen to the downloads on our Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music Prime, Audible, and on the iHeart app are probably, where's the morning woo? That Sam Woo guy overslept again. No, we're in overtime on this fine programming. And I know Mrs. Wu is probably listening in the car because I heard her leave. She went to work early. She's probably like, oh, he's in the bunker. Oh, I gotta get out of here. This husband of mine doesn't do crap around here. He's not doing any chores. Who can do chores when you're at 10 wins right now? I'm so excited. Tom, okay, actually got to do some work later. See you all at the Rock tomorrow. Oh, boo, Tom. Tom, take the day off. You deserve it. The multi-platform czar, Steve Tartaz. Thank you. You know what? After when we pull off this heist, this filibuster of WFAN on November 15th through 16th, you never know. It may make the news in the media. Shock Jock, Let's Go Devils podcast morning woo host Sam Woo decided to tell his listeners to flood the phone lines on WFAN's Danielle McCartan's show. And then I'll play a clip. Yeah, I called in because Sam Woo told me so. It was fun when it lasted. Those special interest stories. This is not going to make the news. But it could. You never know. But it'll send a message to the WFAN executives. You better pay attention to hockey, especially New Jersey Devils, because there's nothing going on in this area in New York sports. Nothing good to talk about except for Jack Hughes, Jesper Bratt, Timo Meyer. I'll even say Palat because he scored a goal last night. And I'm sending that jersey to be out. But, yes, electricity, says Michael Hay. Yes. Pod Legends 76. I have to get my kid to school soon, but this is a great way to start the morning. I'm assuming your kid does not go to school in New Jersey because there's a conference going on. I know Danielle's off, Shorts guy's off, Beer Baron's off. Beer Baron's not even in the state right now. But yeah. Like O&A pests from the back in the day. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like that. But the only difference is, Wimpy, is we're trying to make a point of positive Devils hockey. We're not trying to take down other radio hosts and stations and kind of like that. You're in Milwaukee. Okay, all right, Pod Legend. Well, you know what? Well, happy Devils Friday to you. But my suggestion is tell your kid take a mulligan today. Devils first 10 wins. That's what I say. All right, well, we're going to get out of here. Thank you, Anna. Nothing like the morning woo. Yeah, no, there's nothing like it. We are the number one morning podcast of all morning shows that's New Jersey Devils hockey related. Yeah, the ratings prove that. We are number one in our demographic for morning shows. Sooner or later, you'll see Novozinski and James Nichols having morning shows soon. Just watch. Just jokes. Let's see here. Quick Trip rules. I'm a Quick Check guy. Freaking Wawa better watch out. Quick Check has their own Thanksgiving turkey stuff going on. Sam needs to visit Quick Trip, book a flight, or hitch a ride with me. LOL. Hey, we love our truckers, Wimpy. I've already said that. We love our instrument technicians. I think that's what it was. We love that. We love our Rutgers alumni as well. We love everybody. I love everybody. I love our fellow Ranger fans, across the river. Sorry, not fellow Rangers. Fellow hockey fans across the river that are Rangers fans, except for on game day or looking in the standings. We love everybody on this podcast. There's no reason why not like people. Let's see here. Michael Shane 7832. Timo with the tie goal and then the hit in overtime to set up Rats' winning breakaway. Love it from Timo. Yes, is this the reason why we got Timo Meier and then paid him a lot of money with a big fat contract? Yes. Yes, and finally, Timo Meier is starting to get comfortable in New Jersey. Finally. Let Timo be Timo. That's right. Let Timo be Timo. But yeah. All right, folks. I got some homework to do here. I got to find out more information from Daniel McCartan. We're going to advertise this on the Morning Woo and Game Day Live and Devils After Dark and State of the Fan Address and on the Woo Report. But this November 15th, 16th, overnight filibuster. Calling in WFAN. It's going to be great. I swear to you, it's going to be awesome. Going to work on this X live chat. Because we got Anna on that Instagram live. But yeah. All right, so before I get yelled at for not closing the show, it's time to go. I'll be at American Whiskey tomorrow. Beers for breakfast at American Whiskey tomorrow. Could be a Woo Report tonight to recap any kind of news going on. I'm going to be out today. Again, I got to run errands. I got to get my hair cut at Connie Cuts. I got to send out the Palat jersey. I have actually the day off today, which is nice. Go set the jersey and show us the receipt tomorrow morning. Says Pod Legend. Don't forget to threaten the Palat jersey. The Palat jersey was with me last night. I just didn't pull it out. It's not the Palat jersey. The jersey that's going to be the Palat jersey, it was actually in my fly pack. Amazing. So let the boy peace out, guys. Let's go Devils. All right, well, 47 minutes and counting. Yeah, it was a lot of fun this morning, Podlet. I'm telling you. I woke up and I was like, I'm out of here. But don't let me forget the ceremonial sip. I'm going to toast you, the Devils fans. We are going to flood the airwaves with Devils hockey talk. First 10 win team. And tell your friends that don't like the Devils. Sam Woo says we're coming after you. So I raise this mug high. And here's to you, the New Jersey Devils fan. And taking the ceremonial sip. Till next time, this is the Morning Woo. Let's go Devils.